In London tonight, schools in as thousands of pupils get a third day off. We're at one school that's beating the bad weather. And competing on ice, the London speed skater hoping for success at the Winter Olympics. Good evening, I'm Alex Hindman. Well, London's Mayor Boris Johnson has called on headmasters to keep schools open, as despite snow and ice. Well, many remained closed for a third day across the capital and our home counties, preventing some parents from going to work. But in some London boroughs where the school gates were locked, just miles down the road, others were open. We sent Murray Dron to find out how these schools are beating the bad weather.
The merest whiff of a snowflake in this country and it's a day off and a snowball fight. But after 3 days of it, Londoners, albeit the more mature ones, are starting to grumble that hundreds of schools remain closed. And that didn't escape the Mayor's notice at a dinner last night.
I do urge head teachers and governors, anybody present here representing educational establishments, wherever possible, to show that London is not only open for business but open for education as well.
And if the Mayor needed to ruffle heads and award gold stars, he need only glance northwest to Harrow, where Marlborough School are the teacher's pet. Another full house at Assembly this morning, as there has been all week. But fingers are now pointing at other schools in the borough and why they're shut when Marlborough's doors are opening. Today, for example, St Anselm's, Kenmore Park and Kingsley High, all closed and all within a 3-mile radius.
Most people think the council are responsible for absolutely everything, but it is, in this instance, the case of the head teachers have to make a judgment call on whether they can get their staff in, whether the roads around are safe enough for the children and indeed the playgrounds. So it's up to them to choose what they need to be doing.
Yes. At Marlborough, the choice to stay open was made by head teacher Chris McDermott.
We've done it because our first duty is to educate the children, obviously. We also have a secondary duty, and that secondary duty is to the rest of society. We provide a service so that other people can do the jobs that they need to do.
The decision to open, despite the icy roads, has been welcomed by most parents and even some of the children. Would you rather come to school or stay at home and build a snowman?
Go to school.
You'd rather go to school?
Go to school.
Whether they want to be in the classroom or not, thousands of children across the capital have been forced to spend the week enjoying themselves. But for how long? After 3 days of snow and ice, some of the schools remain closed in Harrow, but the situation has improved dramatically. More than half of the 65 schools in the area are now open. Murray Dron, London Tonight in Harrow.
Well, it wasn't just the schools that were affected by the snow. In Reading, thousands of residents were left without water after a main burst outside the Royal Berkshire Hospital. Although the hospital itself wasn't affected, hundreds of homes were and had to rely on bottled water until Thames Water fixed the leak. And elderly residents living in sheltered housing in Sydenham have been trapped in their homes since Monday. They're unable to go outside as, like many people their age, they don't drive and are unable to walk in the treacherous conditions. Their warden is supposed to come in every morning, but she hasn't been able to get in because of the snow.
Yes, it's too dangerous to try and get out because you risk a fracture sliding on the ice.
I mean, in normal circumstances, I'm able-bodied to go out, which I would say I could get a cab and get shopping for anybody else, you know. But even I can't get out now.
On to other news now, and a man from south-east London who was run over, shot and then stabbed by gangsters has died in hospital. 19-year-old Johnson Najoli from New Cross never regained consciousness following the attack in April last year. 2 brothers responsible for the attack have each been given 35 years in jail. And a man who was shot dead in Forest Gate on Wednesdays had been identified as 21-year-old Mahmood Jammer. A 21-year-old man has been arrested and remains in custody. Well, we end our news tonight with a woman from Kingston who knows a thing or two about maintaining her balance on the ice, which could come in handy for the rest of us. Well, Sarah Lindsay is a speed skater, the best in Britain, in fact. She's hoping for a medal when she competes in the Vancouver Winter Olympics next month. And Matt Teal went to meet her.
Speed skating, it's fast, skillful and not for the faint-hearted. For nearly a decade, Sarah Lindsay from Kingston upon Thames has been the fastest British woman on blades. Now, our very own Ice Queen is preparing for her third Winter Olympics in Vancouver next month and has high hopes.
I'm still going for a medal, obviously. I don't want to say what colour, because if you've ever watched our sport, it's pretty unpredictable and absolutely anything can happen. But I wouldn't say that I'm favourite, but I'm definitely not the underdog either.
The European silver medal winner from Surrey has fought her way back to fitness after a bad back injury. But what made her swap the sequins of figure skating for the sheer speed of short course sprinting in the first place?
I think I was just more competitive and wanted to sort of have that direct competition and race, and I was quite fast, so it's kind of a natural progression to move into short track.
I'm going to have a go at it.
Yeah, just keep a nice bend in your knee.
OK. I haven't been down yet. That's the key.
Yeah, I think just stop moving your feet and we'll slow down.
A bit late for me for 2010, but maybe 2014, do you think?
Yeah,
perhaps?
I think we should maybe aim a little more long term.
OK. Should we keep practising?
OK.
All right. Oh, hang on. Matt Teal trying to stay upright for London Tonight.
Oh dear, Matt, 2014, dream on. OK, there have been 2 new weather warnings for the southeast tonight with the full forecast. Here's Chrissy.